Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie, and I'm gonna help give you perspective of the person that you may be when you walk into a room. As you're tuning in, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. So as you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. I am tuning in from Minnesota. If you're watching live, it is a beautiful Sunday. The sun is out. It's a beautiful Sunday. And so we are going to talk about how to make sure you have, I want you to have the awareness of, as you go into this week, will you either be the drain, the carrot, or the egg? I'm going to talk to you about something in a second. Or will you be the fountain or the coffee bean? What does that mean? I'll let you know. So tell me where you're tuning in from. Tell me one thing you're thankful for. At the very end, I am going to touch on some things to help you prep for this week. But if we're going to prep for one thing, I want to prep your mindset. And I want to help you choose to have a good week. Like, you can say to yourself, it's going to be a great week, right? There's things that we talk about on this page, mindset, and the things that you're choosing to believe and the power of your mind. But let me ask you this. Can you tell a difference? There's two, I'm going to say a whole bunch of things, but these two sentences, if I were to say, it's going to be a great week, that's awesome, right? Like, you're speaking it, you're believing it, you're like, it's going to be a great week. But what if I said, I am going to make it a great week? What's the difference? Do you know? It's going to be a great week is awesome. But what if you switched it and you said, I'm going to make it a great week? What that means to me is I'm going to make it a great week because I am intentionally going to focus on my EQ, my AQ. When things come my way, guess what? I'm going to be adaptable. I'm going to handle my emotions, and I'm going to make it a great week. And so the first thing I want to help you with is your mindset. It is going to be a great week, but I want you to go, you know what? I'm going to make it a great week because I'm going to choose. I am going to choose. You should choose to either be a fountain or a coffee bean. What does that mean? So I'm going to give you two different analogies. Whichever one sticks with you, you can take with you into the week. And then at the very end, I'm going to talk about how to prep for the week, how to plan for the week, how to have success in the week. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. It doesn't have to be this crazy prep time, but you can do a couple things to have a successful week. So I hope this helps you. So number one, the first analogy is this. You can choose in any situation, in any environment that you walk in any day, that you can either be a drain or a fountain. And you might go, what does that mean? Think about if you walk into an environment. A drain would be somebody who comes up and you're like, man, I was feeling really great. And then I was talking to this person and they sucked the life out of me. They have no joy. They are negative. They're a complainer. Like, they're a drain. They're sucking it out of you. You're like, oh my goodness, I was having a great day. And then I met a drain. Or somebody might say, this person, hopefully not you, is legitimately the most negative person that I have met. So you can be a drain. Or this week, as you go to work or school or any environment that you're in, you can choose to be a fountain. And what that means is you can choose to, when you walk into an environment or let's say you walk in and you meet a fountain, they're going to be full of life. It's going to be like they brought in the sun and they're like, I'm here. They bring joy. They're the life of the party. They're peaceful to talk to. They're encouraging. They're excited. Like, they have joy for life. Does this make sense? So as you're prepping for this week, not only am I going to give you suggestions to prep for your meals and to do things to have success in your physical health, but I want you to prep your mindset. I want you to go, all right, when I go to work or school or when I'm on the phone or on a Zoom or with my kids, I'm going to go, am I being a drain or a fountain? And I'm going to choose to be a fountain. Now, maybe you're like, all right, give me another analogy. All right, I'll give you one. So there's a book that I went through on this page. We go through books all the time on this page. So right now, we're going through a book called The 5-Second Rule. We'll continue that tomorrow. But there's a book, if you at any point want to go to KetoMomSecrets.com. So go to KetoMomSecrets.com, click on Mindset. We've done books for 2 years. You can go to KetoMomSecrets.com and click on How to Get Started, Recipes, Ketones, Join My Team. There's a whole bunch of different things you can click on. So it's a great, simple website to use. And one of the books that we went through is called The Coffee Bean. I think I loaned out my book, so I can't find the adult version. But this one is a kid's version. If you're looking for really great books for your kids, this is a really great book to give them. So it's called The Coffee Bean, and here is the analogy for you. When you go into an environment, if you want to be a drain or a fountain, here's something completely different. Let me ask you this question. I need full participation. If I put a carrot into boiling water, what happens to this carrot? Anybody? If I put a carrot into the water, let's say it's into its environment, this carrot will get soft. This carrot will get weak. This carrot will back down. This carrot gets mushy, right? And that could be, I'm going to ask you when I'm done. I want to know which one you resonate with when you're put into situations or challenges, when you're put into environments. This backs down, it gets weak, it gets mushy. Think about it like you're almost being ran over by people around you. That's a soft carrot. Now, if you put this into boiling water, what do you get? You get a hard-boiled egg. And that might, you could almost think about this as like your heart. Do you get soft and mushy? I'm not saying like the sweet, soft and mushy. I'm saying like people run you over, carrot, or you get a hard heart. You get angry, you get mean, you get frustrated, you act out on your emotions. Because when you put this in water or in an environment, work, school, home life, this turns into a hard-boiled egg, right? So both of these things, if this is you or your heart or your attitude, when you're put in front of other people, do you let people walk all over you or are you mean? You really don't want to be the egg or the carrot. But what happens when you, this is my best I can do with a coffee bean because this is what we use. Well, I'm not a coffee drinker, but my girls like coffee. Just say this is a coffee bean. If I put this coffee bean into some boiling water, what happens? The coffee bean takes over the environment. It smells delicious. It like changes the environment. It takes on the challenge. Even if you don't like coffee, let's just say like it brings joy, right? It changes. It doesn't take on and become angry. It doesn't get weak and back down. I would say that the coffee bean changes the environment. It goes in and goes, you know what? I'm going to bring joy. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the negativity to the positivity. I'm going to be the person that's encouraging. I'm going to be the life giver, the person that's going in to go, hey, let's make this work. The coffee bean. So for this mindset, for your mindset to prep for this week, as you're going to work and you're thinking about what this week is going to look like, maybe you're running kids back and forth and there's sports and there's getting ready for the end of the year school. I want you to think about your attitude or your heart or your mindset, and either you're going to be the drain, the egg, or the carrot, or you're going to choose to change your environment. You're going to choose a positive attitude, you're going to handle your EQ well, and you're either going to be the coffee bean that changes the environment or the fountain that encourages other people, so that you're not the one that when they walk or they see you walking towards them on the soccer field, or they see you walking at them, they're like, here comes the drain. Oh, here comes the egg. Oh, that person is a sucker. So, all right, that's your mindset prep. Let's shift gears. Does this make sense? Is that helpful? I think you should teach your kids that as they go to school. Do you want to be a drain or a fountain? An egg or a coffee bean? And this book, if you want to help teach your kids, this book is really, really great to get. Now, on the flip side, real quick, it's Sunday. If you're tuning live, I treat Sundays and I like Sundays as a prep day. We already went to the grocery store. We already have meals planned. We already have an idea of what we're doing for the week so that you don't find yourself in a drive-through or you don't get frustrated and eat out of emotion. So all I do, I want to remind you, if today works, great. If you have a different schedule and you're like, that doesn't work for me on Sundays, but I prep on Saturdays, it's not about the day. It's about whatever day works for you. But what I want you to think about is, all right, take inventory of your fridge and your freezer. Write down the meals that you want. What do you need at the grocery store? Go to the grocery store. Grab what you need for the week. If there's a really, really busy day and you want to use the crock pot, get the crock pot out. But if you plan and you prepare, you'll find yourself in less drive-thrus. You'll find yourself having more success, hitting your goals, feeling better, and even little things like, is your laundry done? This might sound silly, but do you have clothes for the gym? Do you have your times ready for the gym? Are you intentional with your week? Because if you are, you'll find that you have more success because you wrote it down, you took some time, you planned it, you were intentional, and then you dominated your every single day with a great attitude and prep time and crock pots and things that you actually want to change. So that's it. Super simple. Here on the KetoMOM page, there's lots of things that you're going to get. So at any point in time, it might be mindset, it might be a keto tip, it might be a recipe. You can scroll through the page for the last 8 years. You can always send me a message, and I would love to answer those. You can ask questions below. Again, you can go to ketomomsecrets.com, and there's tons of recipes, tons of how to get started. I don't think that's a thing. How to get started. And just continue to tune in. We'll go through books in the morning, and I want you to be the coffee bean or the fountain so that people aren't looking at you this week thinking you're the egg or the drain, because nobody wants to be around an egg or a drain. Don't be that person. So that is all I have for you. Hey, I love it. Thanks, Susan. Again, ask any questions below. If you need some ketones, if you need some recipes, if you need a keto tip, if you need a how to get started, whatever it is, ask, and I would love to chat with you. So have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye.